Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Top of the day. Cheers and a hearty God bless you to you. I had to go get two of my tools, infused water, and my shake. So no smoothie. So yes, welcome to this live. It is Wednesday, and today is May 10th. 2023 already. We are already on the 10th day of May. There are 31 days in this month. So that means we are more than 20% into this month. So we're going to be talking about our vision boards today, how to have visualization to empower our dreams, bring those dreams to reality, bring them to pass. And yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about it. Before I do, I want to welcome you. Welcome to this live stream. Yes, we are live. We are live this time. Live and in color, coming to you to talk about vision boards. We just want to welcome you. And again, shout out to all the new subscribers, people who have subscribed. According to YouTube, there's over 1,000 of you. So shout out to you. God bless you from wherever you're watching from, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you. For those who maybe just found this video or this live stream, or maybe watching on the homepage, my name is Shreya. I am a woman of faith since 1989. I have been doing what my grandmother says, keeping my hand in the master's hand on the battlefield, Christian journey, whatever you want to call it. Believing God, praying, all those kind of things. Married to a pastor since 1989. Some people call me First Lady. I am a mom of 3 daughters, a GMA to 1 grandson, and a detox nurse by trade. I help people medically detox off of all different kinds of substances. So all those perspectives, all those points of view combine to bring me here to you to encourage and inspire and elevate. 2023, our motto is 2023 is all about the E. Encourage, empower, and elevate. If it doesn't encourage, empower, elevate, you probably won't see it on this channel. You probably won't see me spending too much time participating in it. And so, yes, I'm excited about this because every time we do the vision board, it really, number one, helps me hold my feet to the fire, so to speak, be accountable to my goals. It's a welcome platform for beginners, for people who are vision minded, who want to be around like-minded individuals working towards a goal, dream, project, whatever it is, day by day, week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, doing action items, tasks to move toward that goal. So that's what this particular Wednesday is about. We're usually here on Mondays. I'm talking about self-care, self-love, various topics. Wednesdays is dedicated to vision board, making your dream, your vision, your project, your book, your play, your song, whatever it is that's down in your heart, helping you bring that to pass. And then Sundays is dedicated to you. We're dedicated to prayer. We're praying for you and with you on specific topics. The last few have been about finances. I think the week before that was relationships. So we're just really focused on keeping the main thing. So yes, and that is kind of a segue and lead way into our topic for today, talking about visualization. So the first time I ever really experienced that visualization was in nursing school. I found myself talking about my nursing school experience quite a bit, but it was I will never forget it. I had read it in the book, in the textbook they had given me or given us, the class, the cohort, so to speak. Um, and I remember reading about it, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds nice." Sounds like something nice to do, but I really wasn't comfortable with like me doing it myself or with a patient or client or resident. And then I don't remember what happened, but there was everyone was in the up. I mean, the whole entire class was in an uproar over something. I don't remember what it was, but everyone was upset. There was like 3 to 5 people talking about quitting, like it was a really really low point in the class. And I remember the professor coming in and saying, "We are going to do things differently today." And she was like, "Do you trust me?" And everyone was like, "Yes." So she was like, "Put your heads, put your heads down on your desk and close your eyes," right? And so we did because we trusted her. She said, "We're going to do visualization. You can trust me." So anyway, she took us through, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I'm not sure how long we were all down there, but she took complete control of that class. She brought us to a point of agreement where was, "Do you trust me?" which we all did. And then she walked us through visualization, taking us to a safe place, getting us to relax, to calm down, to diffuse, deep breaths, all about visualization. And by the time she was done and said, "Lift your head," like everybody was relaxed. Everybody's face, all the tension was gone out of everybody's face. Everybody felt like they can go on. Nobody quit. Everybody was able to work through whatever the problems were. And we all, that whole cohort graduated together. So that was my very first experience of the word visualization in a group setting. And so, what is the point of what I'm saying is that we have to, and I have been saying it around here too, when it comes to our dreams, to our goals, to our activities, we have to, I would encourage you, I shouldn't say we have to, I would encourage you to keep the main thing the main thing. Now, if you're just tuning in and you're just watching, go ahead and hashtag replay. Please say hello to me when you come into the room. Say hello to me so I can greet you and be hospitable and say hello back to you. Go ahead in the comments and say hello to me. If you don't want to say hello, let me know what city or state or country you're watching from. Let me know how the weather is. Go ahead and interact with the video because that's how YouTube determines what information is being pushed out there. So help your girl out. Watch to the end, comment and like the video so that you can let YouTube know that you like this particular content. So anyway, talking about visualization, the first thing I would say is keep the main thing the main thing. So if it's your, make sure it's your goal, it's your vision, it's your idea, it's your project, it's something that's near and dear to your heart, near that's important to you. That would be the first thing I would say. Number two, there's life and death in the power of your tongue. Somebody say it with me. Write in the comments. There is life and death in the power of your tongue. If you keep speaking negative about your dream, your goal, yourself, your activities, your flaws, if that continues to be the main thing, it will be the main thing. So I encourage you to speak life over your dreams, speak life over your circumstances, speak life over your activities. And you may say, "Well, Sharia, I tried that and it didn't work." I humbly submit to you that your goal, your dream is not the problem. Perhaps we need to employ different strategies to empower those dreams, those goals, those activities to come to pass. The method, the strategy, the how to, the day to day activities could be what needs to be adjusted. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your goal. Yesterday, what was I doing? I don't know how it popped up, but somebody was interviewing Tyler Perry, and they were asking Tyler Perry, no, before you became this big mogul, like, how did you keep going? And without blinking, without uh, pausing, he went straight in and said, I remember when I was staying in weekly hotels, and I kept on believing. I kept on believing. I kept on speaking life. I knew what was in my heart. I knew what was down inside of me, and I just couldn't let it go. I just had to keep going. I had to keep moving towards that. And so with visualization and empowering, when you feel like you're down to nothing, understand that God is up to something, because He is the one who put the dream, who put the goal, who put the song, who put the play, who put the book, who put the project, who put the travel. He's the one who put it in you, in you. He's working in you both to will and to do of his good purpose. And I promise you, as sure as there's black hair on the top of my head, brown skin on my body, and a black sweater on my body, the Lord is going to make good everything that He have promised and put down inside of you. It's just a matter of visualizing, keeping the faith, moving towards your goal, keeping the main thing the main thing. Now, what are some things that we can do? Visualization. And this is going to sound kind of funny. This is another story. So there's a spa called the Claremont Resort and Spa. It is in Berkeley, California. I had never been there, but I always wanted to go there. And people would laugh at me because every time I drove past there, I would point and I would say, hello, Claremont Resort and Spa. One day, I'm coming in there. One day I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be able to afford to go there. I'm going to be able to afford to have lunch there. I'm going to be able to afford to get a massage there. I would literally in the car be pointing to Claremont. People would laugh at me. They would make fun of me. They would give me the side eye like, girl, what's wrong with you? Sometimes, I'm not kidding. Sometimes I would drive there on purpose and just stand there and look at the Claremont and speak it and say, one day I'm going to be able to go there. I did this for years. For years I did this. Couldn't afford to go. Couldn't. So then one day I said, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to sit in the lobby. And that's what I did. I just sat in the lobby. Sat. I looked around. I was like, this is nice. This is peaceful. Wrote my little, at that time I wasn't into journaling, but I just had a piece of paper. Was writing. Started writing. Right? I kept on doing it. And I kept on speaking it. People asked me, said, where you want? I'm gonna go one day. I'm going to the Claremont. I just started speaking it because it became a day-to-day thing for me. It became a focus. It became my main thing because it's something that I really wanted to do. It was on my heart. And so I kept speaking it. And like I said, I put myself in that atmosphere. I couldn't afford to stay there. Couldn't afford to go to the spa. And then the next time I said, "Ooh, maybe I'm gonna come here for lunch." Right? They have a restaurant there, and I'm gonna go for lunch. And that's exactly what I did. And I just kept building my faith, building, and then eventually, one day, I was able to book the spa and go. And no matter of fact, somebody blessed me. Somebody called me
and said, if you could do, I'm not kidding, they called me and they said, if you could do one thing, what would it be? And without stuttering, I said I always wanted to go to the Claremont. I always wanted to have the mud bath. I always wanted to have the scrub. I always wanted to sit in the jacuzzi. And that person said, okay, book it. This literally happened. The Lord is good. He is good like that. And I was like, are you sure? Because it cost this amount. Because I had been on the website, tracked down the spa, the rooms, and I was like, okay, I'm good with the room. Let me just get in the spa. Yeah, so I went. I had a pedicure. I had a massage. Like I ended up staying there the whole day, and the Lord touched somebody's heart to be a blessing to me, and I am so grateful. Woo! That put running in my feet, clapping in my hands. When I saw that the power of that, visualizing, and at that time, all I had was faith and just speaking it into existence, driving by. And then like I said, one time I went there and sat in there, just sat there, looked around, took some notes, and was like, what's gonna happen one day? And I kept on saying it. So I'm saying all that to say the Lord would give you a strategy how to bring it to pass. But first, I would say absolutely life and death in the power of the tongue. Next, Bible affirmations, positive affirmations. I am affirmations. Affirmations, use them to create and manifest the life, the goal, the dream, the project. Okay. For example, you say, well, how can I do that? There's one affirmation. Now, y'all know I'm going to use Bible affirmation that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That sounds like an I am affirmation to me. So, speak it, put it up on your board, make it a part of your cell phone. When you tap, make it that. Whatever you have to do. If you have to get you some little index card, 3x5 index cards, and write that and put it all over your room for a season, over your mirror area for a season, over your closet door for a season, next to your bed at night, right? There was a man in the Bible who did this. He had a visualization technique with the sheep. Okay, he did this. He caused them to see certain colors in the book of Genesis. And that was it. That was a strategy the Lord gave him. That was another form of visualization. And what he needed came to pass. So this is nothing new that we're talking about. There's no hocus pocus in it. The bottom line is it boils down to speaking life over your dream, whether it's like I was saying, I didn't have a scripture. I didn't even know nothing about affirmations. All I knew was I just kept pointing my hand. I would point every time I drove past. This time I would drive past on purpose just to do that. That's an element of faith. I would also say narrow it down to your learning style. Okay. So if you are a visual learner, and then you need to get some visualization around you in your workspace, in your home space, wherever you spend the most time visualizing that thing. So if it is to go travel to, I don't know, Dubai, that's where I want to go. That's been on my heart. Dubai, Morocco, and Hawaii. Those are my three travel things. And so I've been thinking about it. I've been speaking it. I went in the hotel I want to stay at. I got a picture of that. The airline I want to fly on. I got a picture of that. Some of the excursions that I want to do. I got a picture of that. Some of the foods that I want to try. Pictures of that. Going on Google. Google's free. Google's right there. Okay, download those pictures of that thing. Put them up on your wall. Put them in your car. Put them where you work. Like, make the main thing the main thing. And whatever is, and you say, well, where should I start? Whichever one's on the top of your heart. Whichever one you're most passionate about. Whichever one brings you joy and makes you smile and makes you happy. Okay? Use that one. Ask Siri to pull you up some pictures or some stats or Bixby or Alexa, or like I said, go to Google. There's all kind of resources available for you to tap in and visualize that thing that you desire. If you're an auditory learner, there are all kind of audio clips that you can tap into. You go to wikipedia.com and begin to look up sound bites. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in whatever it is. And I am sure that YouTube has some kind of sound bite. If it's a song, if it's a play, if it's a movie, I'm sure that YouTube has something chronicled about it here. All you have to do is just type it into the search box and keep on clicking, and one thing will lead to another, and I'm sure you will absolutely find it. If you are a kinesthetic person, meaning you learner, you mean you like to touch and feel, if you do the thing, you will learn it. I would say work it out. Write it out. Start with journaling. My HO scale says hello. Hi. Thank you for tuning in. But yes, if that is your learning style, I'm getting close to the screen on purpose because I really want you to do this and activate this for sure. Journaling and writing it out could be one thing. Your play, your goal, your song, your dream. Match that with something visual. Match that with something auditory. Like, now is the time. This is the moment. This is the season. This is May 10th, 2023. It's time to put some actions behind what is in your heart, that goal, that dream, that desire. It's time. I pray that the anointing of God flows through this screen and touches your heart and touches that area. It's time to begin. I remember I shared a story I shared the nursing school story. I shared a Claremont story. And there's another one is a cruise. I got to a point where I really, really wanted to go on a cruise. Now, I have been on a cruise in my family. We had went on we did the Disney cruise. So 3 days in Disney World and 4 days on the cruise. So it was a 7-day experience, right? But I had wanted to go again. And so I kept that. The only thing I knew to do was I started talking about cruises. I started looking it up. I started writing it out, what I would do. I really didn't, at that time, I really didn't really put a lot of action behind it because I was like, well, everybody's, older now, and, my husband was in ministry, so I really wasn't, I knew I wanted to do it, but I just kept it alive, right? I just kept it alive. And I'd be like, oh, it'd be so nice to go to these different countries and see these different things and just explore. Be so nice to see England. Like, I just kept speaking it. I just kept it in my heart. I kept speaking it, and I kept speaking it. I kept writing about it. I pull up some pictures and look. I go on Google and look. Be like, oh, that'd be so nice. That'd be so nice. Then that negativity voice comes in. Oh, you ain't never gonna be able to afford that. It ain't never gonna. And this was years that this happened. And then one day, y'all gonna think I'm not lying. This really did happen. One day, somebody asked me to go on a cruise. They asked me to go on a cruise, and we went to the British Isles. We went to Ireland. We went to all kinds of places that I had said in my heart that I had wanted to go. Places that my husband talked about, because he's very much into history and all that kind of stuff. So this is very, very powerful, and it can actually come to pass. Like, there is literally life and death in the power of the tongue, and when we nail things down and make, this is my way of saying, the main thing, meaning to focus on that thing, put our heart, put our mind. My husband, he's very much like, there's some people who can tap into this, and it's like but he is very, very much, that is a strong point, a strong aspect in his life. When he put his mind to something, like, he will literally sit there and strategize. I'm going to use him as an example. So this apartment we live in, we've been here a long time, and I used to park my car in our very first parking garage. And one day I came home, and well, first I seen him sitting down, writing something out. And those who know my husband, he's not really that type of a person. So it caught my attention. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I have this idea about some trains. I have some ideas that's been coming to me about some trains. So I'm writing it out." And he did that for about 3 to 5 days, maybe longer. Maybe he was doing it and I didn't even know about it, but from what I seen, right? Then next thing I know, he asked me, "How you feel about me turning the garage into, a train?" I was like, "Oh, I was like, okay." At first, I was like, "Give up my parking spot for that?" I was like, "What?" But then I was thinking about it. I was like, he could have a man cave and do his thing or whatever. So I was like, okay. That he did not wait for no grass to grow underneath my, like, he had his plans. He found a store. He visualized that thing, and he brought it to pass. And I can tell you multiple things that he has done during our years. Some people are they're like that, and that I believe that's a gift, that's a talent, where they can sit, literally something could sit there and come to them, and they will sit there and think about it and speak it, and think about it and speak it and put it all together. They're very good. What's the word? What's what I'm thinking of? Um, Facilitators. They're very good facilitators. Um, I can tell you story after story of this happened, where, like, something would just come to him and he would sit down, or he would think about it, he would pray about it. I don't even see him talking about it that much. Like, he just puts that much intense focus on it, and he makes it happen. Like, I can tell you story after story after story after story. Some funny and some not so funny. But I'm open to Cody sharing that with you, to say it doesn't matter, like, your class. It doesn't matter. When you put your mind to, the mind is so powerful. It is a powerful, powerful tool. And when you put that combined, you absolutely can manifest. You absolutely can empower. You absolutely can encourage. You absolutely can elevate your dreams from here into reality, pull them down into reality, and make them happen. Focus on your activity. So I challenge you again, one thing. I could keep going of things that, you know. So yeah, if you know us, then you know he has a very full, active, uh, trained man cave. The garage is what, 10 by 12 or something like that, and it is completely full. I'm laughing because if you ask him, he will say, "Oh no, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm not into that, right?" But he absolutely visualized this. He absolutely visualized this and empowered that trade thing all them years ago. It is still very much alive today. So yes and yes and yes. Visualization can empower your dreams, your goals, your activities. Make the main thing the main thing. Use your voice. Drive by that thing. Point your hand towards it. Say, it's going to be mine. It's going to happen in this lifetime before our very eyes. Make some affirmations. I am affirmations, positive affirmations, Bible affirmations, financial affirmations, whichever ones you want to use. Begin to use Siri and Bixby and Alexa and Google to be able to pull up pictures and visuals of what it is you're trying to do to help you aid that, so that you can print those out, so that you can download those. If you're someone who has access to AI, by all means, employ AI to give you some more ideas and craft the bones, so to speak, of what you're trying to build. Yes, and yes, and yes. So I was going to redo my vision board as I talk to you, but I absolutely am going to redo this vision board. I'm also gonna add a digital one on my phone so that I can really I'm talking to you about nailing down and making the main thing the main thing. I'm absolutely going to do that myself. So I'm going to put the vision board on here, and I'm going to tweak these, and I'm going to put on here infused water. I'm going to put on here swimming. I'm going to put on here a few other things, just really nailing down what makes me happy. Beaches, walking the beaches. So connect with me on social Instagram and Facebook, because in the stories, I oftentimes use the shorts to tell the story about walks, and so here I'm talking to you about different things, but in the stories, I will actually show you me doing those particular activities. Okay, so yes and yes and yes. That's all. I'm not out of things to say, but I am out of time. Share with me in the comments what you would like to do or work towards, or where you're at. Give me an update of where you're at regarding your vision board, your goals, your ideas, um, how I can help you, how I can assist you. If there's something that you have been using that has been working, please share it with the community. Yes, I'm also going to add more vegetables to this. So over here, I'm going to put swimming, and I'm going to put a picture of swimming. I'm going to put a picture of walking on the beach, or sunrise and sunset, because I'm really into those things. Going to add some Bible affirmations, add some more fruits and vegetables, infuse water. So here she's praying and meditating. So yes, this represents a retreat. I have been offered to go on several retreats. So I'm working on it. It's coming to pass. And I really, really have been coming to me about
Dubai. So I have several days, free nights, from credit cards that I have. I'm thinking about using those to cover the hotel. And Meritas is my airline of choice. And like I said, I want to see the architecture. I want to go on a food tour. I want to ride the car jet, the jet car. Um, yeah, certain things I want to experience. And I would love to do a live from there. Wouldn't that be awesome? Doing a live from Dubai. Yes, and yes, and yes. So I am not out of things I say. I am out of time. I love you with the love of the Lord. I hope that you have been encouraged and inspired to speak life over your dreams, speak life over your goals, your activities, your book, your song, your dance, your play, your travels, whatever that thing is. Speak life over it. If it's still in your heart, if you can still talk about it, if you can still see it, then God has put it there for a reason. And in his time, I pray that it come to pass in this lifetime before our very eyes, that God give you strategy, wisdom, insight, help, and resources. He surround you with people, the things that you may not be able to do concerning that. And I pray that the Lord will surround you with people who can do the thing that you need, that they be anointed to help you and secure you and to bring that vision to pass, to bring that baby to pass. I remember we went to a women's retreat. It was so funny. Our church, our women went to a women's retreat, and we were sitting down in the lobby waiting for each other. And there was this woman who, come to find out, she was actually one of the speakers in the retreat, right? But she needed a ride, so we gave her a ride. And one of the things she was saying, and this was her specialty, was book writing and things like that. And she was saying, some people were saying, oh, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. And she said, have you ever been to a movie? And we were like, yes. She's like, the movie credits, you see how many people, you may only see so many actors, but you see all those people that have a hand. And that was so enlightening to you. And I share that with you today as we close out. Remember the movie credits, right? And the actors, there are so many actors, but all those movie credits, all those people in the credits have a hand in bringing that movie to pass. And so I pray that the Lord will send you many hands, many anointed hands, trustworthy hands to bring that goal, to bring that vision to pass. Don't draw back. Don't sit on it. Come forward. Don't take it to your grave, please. You know how I am about that. Do not take it to your grave. I love you with the love of the Lord. I'm praying for you. I'm pulling for you. Be blessed until we meet again on Sunday night right here for prayer. You go with God, and God will certainly go with you. Bye-bye.